What's going on, family? We are back checking out another song from TX2, and this time we're going to be getting into the song Burn. When someone said they were going to literally pay me to do this reaction, I thought it was only appropriate to make this the next song we check out from TX2. You don't have to pay me, but it would mean a lot if you shared the video with somebody else who might like TX2. That has always been the overall goal of my channel, was to help spread the awareness for great artists and great music for people who just have not heard of them yet. And as far as TX2's music is concerned, I am definitely a big fan. I know there's a little bit of a love-hate relationship when it comes to like the way that he runs his social media accounts and the way that he's just personified on the internet. But at the end of the day, I feel like every artist is free to be able to express, to try to see what works for them and make their own decisions in life. And that's the decision that his team wants to take with the overall content that he is making. Then I'm all for it. I guess the way that I look at it, as long as TX2 is doing what he wants to do and nobody is forcing him to do things their way, then I'm all for him doing whatever he feels like he needs to do. All right, let's go ahead and check out Burn.
I hope you burn, burn, baby, burn. It's your turn to veil guilt and ashes. You bended my back with the fire to last wish. I want you to burn. This is what you wanted. Lock the door behind me, show no proof. With gloves worn tightly, reek of booze. They'll never find the proof that I poured gasoline. But if there was, you'd be the first to burn. Burn, baby, burn. It's your turn to veil guilt and ashes. You bended my back with the fire to last wish. I want you to burn. Watch it all burn. Now. Look at the sky. Oh, fuck. What have I done? Remember when you said,
Oh boy. We're gonna have to go back because I feel like I have to hear that again already. We're gonna stop right here, but we will go back because I feel like I need to go back into that. Again, this guy is incredibly talented. Like the way that he like draws you in with the story and just makes you feel like every single part of this is exactly real. I know a lot of these probably lyrics are probably like fabricated a little bit from probably real experiences, but let's face it, guys. We've all listened to like Eminem kill his wife and like play that out on a record. So if anybody's gonna get over here and be like, oh, like you shouldn't be talking about these things and like you shouldn't be burning his father and playing out these ideas of like killing your dad and like, you know, doing all that stuff is terrible and we shouldn't do that. Well, a lot of people got upset with Eminem and a ton of other artists every time that they decide to go down these paths and act out these fantasies through the ideas of music. But that is the point of art. This is the place where he's supposed to write this kind of record, where he's supposed to have a visual of this kind of thing with the music video, but he's not supposed to really kill his dad. And that's why I say that haters are always going to be haters. And that's why I say like people like him, people like Ronnie Radke, I hate the fact that they give really any kind of airtime to the hate because it's just not a very healthy thing to just try to like focus on any of that negative energy. But it does create a pretty loyal fan base. I've seen a couple of his videos where he has addressed some of the like comments and the pushback that he has gotten in terms of like how much he has supported like the LGBTQIA plus community and people getting mad at him and upset at him for basically being a bisexual male and being, I guess, open and proud to be one. The world is still overall very uncomfortable with the idea of anything outside of a cisgender relationship. We have come a long way in the last 30 years, but there is a lot of more work to do. And there's a lot of people that are still not very accepting and understanding when it comes to any kind of sympathies revolving that community. When he said, "Who is the faggot now?" that really, really, really resonated with me. I grew up in the era where basically everybody was a faggot. So you can imagine how anybody who is gay or bi probably felt during that time frame, because basically everything made you gay and you were an instantaneous faggot. And especially if you were involved with anything around any kind of religious activities. And I've already heard from you guys that there's already been a lot of talk about religious persecution when it comes to TX2 as well. When I was a kid in church, it was not okay to say the F word, but if you called somebody a faggot, they would almost give you a high five. Talk about loving your neighbor, right?
Remember when you said I looked gay? I was only in the 5th grade. All the words you spit are ingrained. Made it sin and not think straight. Treat a woman like a piss weight. You could never make a mistake. Guess you passed along the sick brain. Now you're gonna feel this pain. Hey, shut the fuck up, that piss drunk brat's about to kick your ass. What goes around hits back. Guess your kid's gone mad. Look at my wrist, look, Dad. It's everybody's fault but yours. No one to call, you cut the cord. Your head die as a martyr. An alcoholic who couldn't look farther. You could forget the past, but some memories last. It's time to get rid of the guilt that I've harbored as I watch you burn. Burn, baby, burn. It's your turn to feel the guilt and ashes. You branded right back with if I had a last wish it'd be. I just wanna watch you. Burn, baby, burn. It's your turn to feel the guilt and ashes. You branded my back with if I had a last wish. I want you to burn. Watch it all burn.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm definitely gonna have to say that that's definitely my favorite one I've heard so far. You can tell that this is definitely an emotional song. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a song that he doesn't even play at shows, because it sounds like this is like a very, very personal story to TX2. I don't really know what it's like for your dad to make those kind of comments to you, because my dad was not that kind of guy. My dad was a very good guy. He treated me right. He never called me a faggot. In fact, I don't think I've ever heard him use that word. But I do know what it's like to have older men in your life, especially ones who are supposed to be looking out for you, calling you a faggot and saying that you look gay and you shouldn't act that way. And why do you want to paint your nails, Johnny? Why do you want to have long hair like a girl, Johnny? What are you, a faggot, Johnny? I know. I really shouldn't be using that word, but it's just one of those things that, like, I hate that word so much because it was used so much in my childhood. And I knew so many people that word just really destroyed their life. The only reason that I'm saying it in this video is to never call somebody that. It's more or less to put the emphasis on the fact that it's just a strong word that really does hurt people. I've had a lot of friends that I've had to part ways with just because they couldn't get over their own homophobic problems. Like, it's not my fault that you want to use the word faggot, and I don't want you to use it around me. I'm sorry that that's such a line in the sand for you. If that's your line in the sand, you're not the kind of friend I need. I have no problem educating people, because I feel like the first step in a lot of things is a lot of people just don't really know better when we assume that people do know better. But once we've had a discussion and I know that you've been educated on some certain topics and it doesn't change your opinion, I would say that I really can't do anything with you. I'm not saying that you have to love gay people, but hating them is not something that I'm okay with. I swear to God that I try to avoid politics and anything political, because I promise you, it's the last thing I want to talk about. But when it comes to just overall, like, human rights and standing up for really just human rights in general, I'm always going to be on the side of the human. We got to hold on to humanity as long as we can before the AI takes over. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with me today. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there's always room for you. Until next time, I appreciate you for watching.